up, guys? What's happening?
I want to start with obviously talking about the addition of Rashad White. What you see out of him, watching his tape and scouting, how you think he'll fit in the room?
Yeah, I think he'll fit good. You know, that was a really good scheme fit. If you think back, like we've always talked about David Johnson and how his role was in Arizona in the offense, and Lenny kind of fit that bill because he could split out wide receiver stuff, and excuse me, his versatility is a plus. This kid's a lot like Lenny in that aspect. He can split out, catch it, do all the stuff we ask him to do, and it's just a great fit for us in the offensive scheme of things.
I asked Fournette one time, what's it like pass blocking? He said it's a 4-second street fight. Does that basically describe it?
100%. Yeah, that describes actually. A lot of coaches use that as an example. Talking to guys like it's a street fight. It's you and him, and you gotta battle it out.
For Rachaad, what is the easiest way for him to get on the field and impact you this year?
It's just first and foremost is assimilating the offense. Knowing what to do. We ask our running backs to do a lot. If they have that ability, the versatility to do the different things, be split out and in the backfield and all that. So the first thing is his ability to learn what to do and everything. Then it's a matter of how good he does it. But getting the scheme down, learning pro football, protection is a big thing. We got it's a guy back there that we, can't get him hurt or hit, so those are the things he's going to have to do.
How important was it to bring that continuity back with bringing Leonard back, bringing Gio, and then adding the youth to the room as well?
It was good. Again, the scheme and the fit, like even Gio, is so much more comfortable with what we do. And you got to think like a guy like Keyshawn and Gio and Lenny, as a matter of fact. Like the past couple off seasons, we hadn't had the off-season work. They had a little bit last year. Year before that, we didn't do anything. So all three of those guys really, I don't think ever have gone through this this period and this time of year to really get comfortable and learn the scheme of things.
What are you looking to see from Keyshawn Vaughn this year, and how much of a help was it for him to get some starting reps towards the end of the year when some of the other backs were injured?
It was good. He's a very conscientious kid. He's a little he's an old soul. He's not a young. He doesn't go out and party. He doesn't do a lot of stuff. Distractions don't bother him. And I'm proud of the way he approaches the game and everything. It was good for him to get those snaps that you talked about. Him and Gio both held us down when we played the Eagles in the playoff game, and I think he started I got good reps in the Carolina game, the Jets game, so that was real helpful for him to get out there and live bullets. And I expect a lot from him. He, like I said, his biggest asset is the way he approaches the game. He approaches it like a pro.
Coach, Rachaad is he's a taller back, right? He's a longer guy. He played the position. What advantage, disadvantage is that? What's his running style like? How do you use that?
I don't.
Does it matter?
It doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter. You got Barry Sanders, you got Eric Dickerson, you got Marcus Allen, you got what I mean. So it doesn't matter until it matters.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm a tall running back. I'm taller than all my guys in the room, but I don't. To me myself, I don't think that matters. I think it's just what the tape shows. What you do.
From a receiving standpoint, can it be a matchup advantage?
Receiving standpoint, you're a bigger target.
Yeah.
A rangier guy, you got more, more length and stuff like that. That's where it matters. Gio running the slant as opposed to Rachaad running the slant. Bigger target for the quarterback and bigger, extension. more extension. Right. You get some more range you have in the passing game when you're split out. The further out you get away, so that part of it definitely is an advantage.
Growing up in Kansas City, I remember Third and McNair, the running back that was out there catching passes. Christian McCoy wasn't out there.
Right.
Do you see some of yourself, because you are a taller back, when you watch Rashad White on tape? Like your style, is it similar to?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen myself.
You ever watch film of yourself?
I can't remember, but yeah, I mean, he's got some ability in the separating underneath routes and stuff. You see sometimes in that because I fancy myself, I separate pretty good. So, but yeah, that aspect of it a little bit, style wise, I don't know about style wise. I really can't remember.
How do people force their way? I mean, you got Leonard Fournette. We talked to Byron and just like, well, it's hard to take him off the field.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Tom just work well together. They just play ball well together. He can do everything. So how did these guys force their way? Because a year before that, and I know Leonard, you had Ronald Jones. You kind of made it by committee. So how do you force your way into that lineup?
You just gotta be able to at first knowing what to do, being able to do it, right? Being able to play and make plays and stuff. Lenny has a knack. He's got a feel for kind of getting open, and sometimes doing the ad-libbing, sometimes it gets him in trouble. He does the wrong thing at the wrong time. Like sometimes he's got to go through a fake, and I got to run out here in the flat, but the backer's going that way. Let me just turn around. Tom hits him. You know what I mean? So stuff like that. They got a little street ball, little feel for each other, and it could get Lenny into trouble a lot because he ends up in the wrong place a lot in the wrong times. So it's a gift and a curse, a plus and a minus. But him and Tom are comfortable together. Tom has always thrown a lot of balls to his running backs, New England and all, and so him and Lenny have that rapport. That's probably why Lenny ended up coming back when Tom came back. But they do have a great rapport. So the other, with the other guys, like that's a natural thing. And a lot of times you can't learn that. You know what I mean? So as you're looking at guys and stuff. And Byron said this a lot when we're evaluating the running back stuff. Well, he's a decent receiver and he looks like he has a feel he could play ball with Tom. You know what I mean? So that does factor in, and it's a natural thing. If you can't do it, then it's hard to take Lenny off the field or whoever else has that, and can do it.
How do you feel about like a rookie Rachaad? I don't know if you heard he was on Jim Rome's show and he's like, yeah, I'm going to learn from Lenny, but I'm coming in to be the starting running back, and he hasn't even gotten here. Do you like that, or is that a little too much confidence that he thinks he's going to be the guy?
I said the same thing. I like the confidence. What are you going to say? Well, you can be politically correct and say, all right, well, I just want to learn and all that, but I don't mind you saying if I'm going to learn. He said to learn from him, and in my mind, I'm going to compete to be the starter. That's, and as a teammate, I tell him, like, the competition is a lot of levels in competition, right? So the first thing is learning what to do. If you don't know what to do, you can't do anything. Then it's really you're competing against the guys in the room. Like I'm watching. He's not making mistakes. I made 2 mistakes today. Well, I'm behind now. You know what I mean? So I got to compete with you to get on the field. Like he said, how do you force your way in the field? You'd be the best one in the room. So I think I like a guy with confidence until it becomes a detriment. If it becomes, the guys can be disrespectful in the room, on the field. You know what I mean? But it doesn't happen often. And so he's supposed to say that.
Anything else?
All good?
Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys. Thanks.
You gonna jump in, damn next?